The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 15. Nasdaq is up 9. S&P is a flat. Gold contract down $1.70, trading at $12.76 an ounce. We have silver trading $17.11 an ounce. Bonds, 10-year note flat, 125.05. 30-year bond up 6 ticks, 153.21. King dollar up 112 ticks, trading at 94.705. The euro is at 116.25 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 114 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. I know what's going on in your world. Let's take a look at the world of the S&Ps. We're laying out here on a Friday. Bottom line looks like they're just going to hang right at the highs. We got we're 257.27 inside the SPY. If we go into the NDX 100, we take a look at the 3Qs. 3Qs right out here, also hanging right at the high. We're up 41 cents right now. If we do go inside the NDX 100, taking a look at the strength versus the weakness out here. Strength out here is MELI. That's the South American Internet Company. That is up big. That's up 10.5%. That's what's putting juice into the NDX, which is pretty wild because you think that Apple would be the one, but that's the one. Dentist Supply is number 2. That's up 5%. Citrix Systems is up 3.4%. And Starbucks, which was trading down last night, it's up 2.7%. That's up $1.40. Taken away from it, you got Discovery Communications down 2.6%. Activision is off 2.3%. Let's go over to Starbucks and take a look at Starbucks, because Starbucks is going to get intriguing at the aspect of how this is going to shake around all day. You've already had some very high volatility inside Starbucks. It had a low out here today of $54.04. We are at 56 right now. So they opened it lower. Bottom line is that, and it was bought as soon as it was opened, which is pretty wild. Apple, let's go over to Apple and we take a look at Apple. What we have with Apple is this. Apple right now opened at 174. You're trading 172.46. Not a bad setup. Let's just see how this is going to work. Well, you had the first intraday. Yeah, well, you're gonna spike high at that 174.26. So that very well may be able to get back up there and test it at least. If we go over to stamps.com, this is getting toasted and roasted. This is down $46, 21%, which is a total mind blower. Bottom line, if you want to see how gaps get filled, though, man, this is intense. So last time they come out with numbers, stamps.com was 148. Opened the following day at 178 and went to 206. Consolidated since August at 206, and guess what? Bang! Jumps right inside the gap again. It opened at 195, traded down to, it just is not stopping. And it's once again it's inside the gap now. This is pretty intense, man. Yeah, this is not only inside the gap, it's inside the gap, and you got some heavy selling in it. So what you very well could get there is, let me pull this back up. This would be unbelievable if the whole gap actually gets filled today, but it could. That's, well, yeah, 154. That's not going to be that hard. You're down $48. You're at 172. 154 is gain, which is just pretty intense, man. That's you talk about falling out of bed. That's falling out of bed in an extraordinary way. Let's go over and take a look at the 10-year note right now. So we get notes and bonds. The 10-year note thus far has got to 125.13. You've done 814,000 contracts. That is saying that we are going to do 1.2, 1.3 million again. Now, what you have is that it still hasn't held price that great, no doubt. But watch this. Wednesday, we did 1.3 million contracts. Yesterday, we did 1.4 million contracts. The 10 doing that 1.4, 1.3 million contracts, that is saying higher price is coming at us. The swing point that it's going after has 1.46 million contracts. And I expect what we're going to see is that swing point more than likely is going to get tested in the next few days. We go take a look at some of the higher volume stocks out here. You have Pandora. Pandora's getting hit. That's down big. It's down $1.80. It's trading $5.50 right now. You have Facebook down 148. AIG is off 267. Activision is down 168. Let's go over and take a look. Let's go actually into Facebook first and see what Facebook is doing. Okay, so Facebook, the low of yesterday was 177.34. We've hit 177.37. The number to keep your eye on at Facebook, if it gets back inside 175.49, then you get game down to 161.56. AIG come out with numbers out here. AIG is down $2.69. And let's see what they're doing. Well, this has a high volume low to it, 57.90. I suspect that's where we're going to be working our way down into that number. Hey, let's see what. So AIG. Okay, so they expected a loss of 78 cents. They had a loss of $1.22. That's a big number, man. Holy cow. That is one big number. Yeah, and we'll see whether that was on reinsurance. The reinsurance companies, folks, very well could get hit pretty good with all the hurricanes that we actually had. If we could take a look at the market out here, the NQs right now are looking to go into the negative. And if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, folks, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. You'll see the banner on the top of the side. You can bring it up and trade these defined option contracts along with us. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. When you're talking about defined risk, is a beautiful thing on a continual basis. What has happened in the last few weeks, even though we are at highs, the volatility has picked up, which for us traders is a pretty cool thing, because the bottom line is that when you're getting price spreads out here and you have the S&Ps moving around a good 10 points a day, you get the NQs moving around about 35 points a day, you can get some action going whether you're a bull or a bear, because the fact of the matter is that these bounces have come in fast, have come in furious, and I don't expect that's going to stop. What we'll be, getting some traders going out here today is that with Apple being up so dramatically, how are they selling down the NDX 100? Let's go over to Tesla and see what's going on with Tesla. Tesla's down $1.80, nothing heavy, 297, but Tesla wants to go a lot lower. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Dow Industrials right now are down 21. NASDAQ is up 1. S&Ps are down 1.5. Coming right back, folks.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 11. You have the Nasdaq flat. S&Ps are off 1. Let's go take a look at the financials out here. The XLF. XLF right now, folks, trading down 15 cents, $26.74. That's a flat market. The XLE, we go over to the XLE. XLE, also a flat market, up 6 cents. $68.55. Now let's go to where the action is. The action out here, folks, this morning, NDX 100. We take a look at the NDX 100. You've traded from a price point of $62.75 this morning. We're at $62.42 right now. We've got as low as $62.36. Now, what you have inside this NDX 100, we have a few different things here. The biggest one that I'm looking at this particular point is the yesterday at 11:30. We had a high volume swing low, 61.92. Now that's game. That's game to get tested out here. If we take a look at the Nadex platform, I'm going to bring this swap gears on you for a second here. And let me pull this out of the way. Okay, pull this out of the way. And we take a look at the Nadex platform. We pull up the NDX 100. The first one we're going to pull up is the 80-point price spread, which is 62.20 to 6,300. When you trade these, folks, okay, let me take a look at this chart here. When you trade these, the bottom line, what you basically, when you trade them about in the middle, where I was this morning, it's just like a future. The bottom line is that I wasn't paying much in premium out here this morning. Let me see when I sold this. I sold this at 8 o'clock, right at 8 o'clock. Okay, so let's see what at 8 o'clock I sold this at 62.57. So at 62.57, the risk versus the reward, 57.80. So at that point, Oh no, 57. No, I know I wasn't risking 500. I was risking a lot, but I was risking. So the way this trade was coming down, I was risking 422 to make 378. Now that seems like a lot, but the bottom line is that it was at that particular point, I was actually getting a couple points on my side versus what I was actually getting it to sell it lower versus where it actually was. So we'll see where this shakes out and what the game plan was. The game plan was and is the aspect of that high volume low that I was showing you let me pull this up. The high volume low from yesterday. That's where, you have two different things. What you had is this. When we were spiking high this morning, right, you were spiking into the downdraft from 9 o'clock yesterday morning. So we had 11,000 contracts there. We were spiking high. We spiked high with 6,300 contracts. Now, the real question is going to be, are they going to be able to get any juice on the way down? And, we'll find out as we get through the trading day. Of course, what has happened each and every trading day, as we start getting into the close, the bottom line, the bulls have been coming in and they've been buying the deal. We'll see how that works out today because what we also have now is this, particularly inside the NDX 100. The big NDX 100 stocks have come out now. That's, Apple, bottom line, would have been the last large one that can really rock the NDX 100. Apple, Google, let's go take a look at Amazon right now and see what Amazon's doing. Amazon is trading down $3, no big deal there. Google is trading down $2. We have Facebook trading down $1.26, and Microsoft and Intel. Microsoft is down 25 cents. We take a look at Intel. Intel's down 66 cents. So when you take all those together, and listen, there have been rocket ships on the way up. There's no two ways about that. When you take them together, though, it's like, okay, what else is going to be able to, what are you going to do for me today? That's what the NDX 100 is saying right now. What are you going to do for me today? Yesterday's gone, tomorrow's not here. They want to know, what are you doing right now? Let's go take a look at the 30 bond out here. So 30, actually, you know what to do? Let's go into the home builders for a second. The tax bill yesterday took the home builders south pretty quickly. So right now we have Toll Brothers went from 46.58 to 43.22, and right now I'd like to see that low get tested. Actually, it hasn't get tested yet at the 43.22. That would be nice if it got tested. Home Depot also got hit yesterday. Home Depot, though, however, didn't. Home Depot went right back to where it actually has huge support, and what that is that is the 160.86 number, and what that number is, that was the high of the 19th of May. Monster volume there, 31 million shares on the weekly. We've come down with 17 million. Now watch how this works. This is going to be pretty cool. So on a weekly basis, we'll probably do probably do 22, 23 million. But guess what? You're coming into 31 million. If it closes above 160.86, that's going to be a rejection of lower price on lighter volume because we hit 160.53. So the Home Depot aspect of it, that looks to me like it's still going to basically get to higher price. A couple of the home builders, they can definitely get to lower price. So we'll see how they test those lows that are out there. Let's go over to Blackstone for a second because these got hit yesterday too. So Blackstone, these were getting hit on the aspect of how much interest they could write off. But guess what? Blackstone turned around. That rejected that lower price yesterday. Yeah, we rejected lower price again. So bottom line out here, you can expect that this volatility is going to continue out here. And it looks to me like you're going to be flat, you're going to be slightly lower as we go out throughout this trading day. Gold right now is down $1.50. Let's go take a look at the XAU, the HUI, because this is what we do need some action in. Don't have it. The XAU is down 23 cents, $81. The Gold Bugs Index, we take a look at the Gold Bugs Index. Oh, okay, this is good. Okay, so the Gold Bugs Index has got to 186.58, rejected it. We're at 187.18. That's not a bad setup. It's very subtle. It's very subtle at one higher price, but that actually is a pretty good setup. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now up 6. Nasdaq is up 7. No, Nasdaq is up 6. S&Ps are flat. Coming right back, folks.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So let's go over and take a look at Apple, because Apple just about touched the 900 billion mark. Right now we're at 878 billion. Of course, so Apple hit a high out here today of 174.26 cents, and when it got up there, it just almost hit the 900 billion. Bottom line is that, you know, what the market's looking for, of course, is that they're looking for the first 1 trillion market cap out here. If we go into Bitcoin, we take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin right now is trading at 72.72. This hit a high out here this morning of, let's see, 74.48. Monster numbers. There's no two ways about that. Now, that number in Bitcoin happens to be what the price projection was when it did break topside out here. Pandora is getting smoked out here this morning. Pandora is down $1.80, trading at $5.50. Now, this is pretty serious. They lost 4 million subscribers, folks. And I suspect what's happening out here, let's see. So you're blowing away the swing lows. Yeah, I mean, Pandora, you know, Pandora's traded at $40 in 2014. And the way this is trading right now, it's trading to go out of business. Pretty intense, actually. Let's take a look at this. So Pandora, look at that, man. They take in a lot of money, man, but guess what? They're doing something. So they were taking in $647 million in 2013. They're taking in $1.5 billion this year. But bottom line is that even with $1.5 billion, there's something that is not cool. So their advertising revenue. Okay, so they estimated a loss at 8 cents. They lost 6. Their revenue estimate was $380 million. They made $378. But there's something else in there. There's something else in there that they're losing big money, man. And that it's pretty intense there, actually, is that you can take in $1.5 billion and actually not only lose money, but it looks to me like that company is actually going to go out of business. You know, you're breaking. It's definitely a technical breakdown, and it has the volume behind the move. So let's go over to the euro. We take a look at the euro. Yes, and that's what our man Duffy in the den is saying. The question is that pay royalties. Yeah, that $1.5 billion they're paying. They're going to pay out. So they're paying out more than they're taking in. That's the number here. The euro right now is trading at 116.22, and there's a lot of support between the 116.58 and 114.79. That's where the euro broke topside in July of this year. Let's go to the gold contract for a second, because as we come into the end of trading on Friday, of course, what ends up happening is that this market can get highly volatile. Right now, I like what it's doing. So what we have with gold is this. Gold is backing down $2.60. You have 186,000 contracts traded. That is low volume. And if you're a bull, that's exactly what you want to see, because the last 2 days we went higher with 385,000 contracts. So right now we're backing into the 1268, 1270 number. We're at 1275. We went topside with 385,000. You're backing down with 186. That's just the type of setup that you want to see. And what is that in particular, which is really cool here, folks, on a Friday, that makes a huge difference. The reason it makes a difference on a Friday is because on a Friday, you can basically take that gold contract apart, take that silver contract apart. We'll go take a look at the GLD, see how that GLD is setting up right now. The GLD, not bad either, down 15 cents. We went higher yesterday with 5.3 million. The prior day, 4.6, and right now you've only done 829,000. So the way that also is setting up, that's setting up that it does want higher price. CBS come out with numbers, and Les Movies is out there preaching that all is well. Well, guess what? All's well is not well with CBS. It is up 43 cents right now, but when you talk about revenue, CBS has gone down. The last 5 years, they did 15.2 billion. Let me get this number right in front of me. Yeah, 15.3 billion 5 years ago, 13.5 this year. He's basically he's doing good for the stock, though. The stock got to 52.75. You're at 54. That being said, you take this and you put this on a monthly, you're going to see you get a high volume swing low at 38, and that's where I expect this baby's going to go. Because what you do have out there, and it's kind of like the perfect storm. You got NFL ratings that are down 11%. The NCAA will save them. You know, that they'll get some money out of the NCAA. The political ads aren't going to kick in for 2018. So they get about another 6 months before political ads will kick in, because the political ads will make them some money. But guess what? Even the sports advertising out here is not as large as it has been. We'll see how much the NCAA can kick into it. But, you know, across the board, and this is even actually before the whole, you know, national anthem with the NFL, NFL ratings have been going down. And down 11% is a big number, because what ends up happening is that those large companies have to give back huge amounts of money on the aspect of how many folks they're reaching and when are they reaching them. And then, of course, with the cable cutting going on, each type of cable that gets cut, that's subscriber growth that's also going down. Let's go take a look at Royal Gold. Royal Gold, RGLD. Royal Gold came out with their numbers yesterday. Good numbers, and what you have here, which is pretty cool, and I was worried about Royal Gold, is that we went topside yesterday with volume. We did 658,000 shares, went from 83 to 86, has the volume. That's saying that this is going to start making its way up to the 89 area once again, which is pretty cool. So let's see. They said first quarter revenue was 1.3% below estimates. The average gold price was $12.78, and that's what they get paid on. Their earnings, they made good numbers. The estimate was 38 cents. They made 44. Revenue estimate was 114 million. They made 112. Now, see, this is where this gets interesting. Now, in a revenue and a royalty company, you know, normally what would end up happening is that when your revenue goes down, right, the bottom line, the market doesn't believe it. Well, guess what? In this particular case, they did, because they just get paid on the amount of revenue. That's it. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one. You stay right there. We get Think or Swim coming up at 11. We get our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. We're going to be, Al's going to get something right on for you. We're just going to move out of here in the next 20 minutes. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Think or Swim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour, brought to you by Nadex. Next on TFNN.
Okay, we're back, folks, and we have Norm Winsky from Astro Trend. And Norm, we have a question from one of our listeners, and you give us so much information. How do you keep track of it? I mean, you've got, you're following probably 15 or 20 things. You've got all these dates and prices come up. Do you use a worksheet, or how do you handle that?
I have a big calendar. As you know, Larry, I have a big calendar in every letter, and it has all this mapped out. And I in the class, I teach you where you can read. You'll be able to read this stuff and pick off the top days of the month in a matter of seconds.
Well, that's pretty good.
It's all very. The secret to my whatever success I have is you have to be very organized and very methodical in approaching this stuff, or you'll be lost.
Mm-hmm.
You have no choice. You have to be very organized to do this. So because there's so, like I said, there's so much data to look at, So if you get it organized in a way, I can turn you into a supercomputer with my activity calendar, where you just glance at the thing, where all the big action is for the month,
Well, math is one of my favorite subjects. I learned it in the 5 years I was in the 5th grade. So anyway, let's keep going, my friend.
That's another thing. You need very little math to do this. I organize in such a way, but you don't need to be smarter than a 5th grader to do this. No. So anyway, let's talk about the moon for just a moment. That was on my notes here. So we have the full moon this weekend. You'll want to go out. Don't remember to put on your moon glasses Friday night.
Yeah, well, you need them. You need them last night.
Well, it's getting close. So, like I said, we're 1 month away from, the full moon cycle is 29 and a half days. Apogee, perigee is 25 days. So it gradually phases in and phases out. And as you get the full moon at perigee, then it looks like an extra big moon because it's closer, So it's going to be probably extra bright, extra close, as we get closer to this full moon. And then the next full moon's going to be the big one also, Larry. I was planning to, hopefully you'll have me back on in the middle of the month so I can talk about at the end of the month when that's going to be huge, because we're going to have the full moon at perigee. And hold on, Larry, fasten your seatbelt. And Mercury's turning retrograde all at the same time.
Wow, that brings us back to where we were almost in May 19th of 2015 when you called the top within 15 minutes. Everybody remembers that, Norm.
This will be a cousin of that one, right? So there you go. All right, so there we go. So we got the candle, the full moon in Taurus, and so we want to see the market get to an extreme at this time. If it doesn't, you probably don't want to trade it. If it does get to some sort of extreme at the top of the channel or the bottom of the channel, that's good. I think in this case, since the candle has been going up, stampeding to higher prices, I think the more ideal scenario would be if it were to rally back up and test the highs, and then I think you'd have even probably greater probability of making some money. The only market I haven't, that we usually cover, that I haven't talked about so far, is the dollar. We got some, the U.S. is the natal chart. That's when the country began. We take a picture of where the planets were back then in 1776, and believe it or not, this works very well. And I have a very good batting average for the U.S. financials, stocks, T-bonds, U.S. dollar, based in part on that. So here's your U.S. dollar. we got this weekend is a change in trend window for those markets. So there's your U.S. dollar. If we can rally back to test the highs into the weekend here, that would be a high probability trade. Or if we go back down to the bottom of the channel, but we're kind of, as of last night when I did these charts, we're kind of stuck in the middle, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we need a little volatility here today to get some moves going here, so that you can take advantage of these timing windows. Coming up here, we have some more stuff happening. The 9th, the 10th, right around there is another window. We got something big coming up here after the close of the 10th overnight, between the 10th and 11th. Saturn is going to be that 120. That's 1/3 of the cycle to Uranus. That's a 47-year, 1/3 harmonic of the 47-year Saturn Uranus cycle. If you go back, you know your market history. I know, Larry, and you might remember back in 42, that Saturn was conjunct. They were in the same degree, and that was a major low there. I think in early May of 42, that Saturn and Uranus were conjunct that week. That began the big bull market, you know. Mm-hmm. So anyway, we had the 120, the 1/3 harmonic here. That's going to be, in particular, you want to watch your copper around then and coffee. Okay. So looking ahead here now, here's your stock market. We have some specific to the stock market. I do some Gann math where we do some key dates, and if we take the bull market from August 9th, 82 to the top on the S&P, March of 2000, that's 6,437 days. We multiply that time by 2, you get 12,874 days. If you add that to August the 9th, 1982, we get, guess what? The 7th of November, next Tuesday. So that's a window to watch. And then we have I do a astro analysis on key dates, major turning points in the past for the Dow Jones, and that popped up on the radar. So we had the 30th. That was a top. You know, you can see here on the chart, here's your top here back on Monday. There's Monday. You had a little top there, and we had a big, nice down day on, topped out on the opening there on Monday. And then we have the 6th coming up. That's Monday. And then on our Fibonacci time cycles, we have, that's coming up. The 3rd. Yeah, that's today. So the Friday, Monday is a time window for a change. Our astro analysis also says the same thing, and that's for Monday the 6th. So we're due for a change in trend in the stock market here, coming up into the weekend. Here's your T-bonds. Here's your dates for the T-bonds. Had the 30th. That was a nice October 30th there. Where's the 30th? There we go. That was just like a day off of that bottom there on the 27th. And then we have the 6th. That's Monday coming up. That confirms, the bonds kind of been trading opposite the stock market. So that tells you that's lining up with the stock market for Monday for a change in trend. Here's any questions before I move on to the next phase?
No, we're good. We have one question, but I could ask. This person's asking, and I don't think it's a fair question, but if you had to pick one trade for the next week, what would you look for, Norm?
That you got to wait till you get there, and then you look at the market and see what markets are at an extreme, and then you want that market to stop. If it's like a speeding train, you want the train to slow down and pull into the station at the magic time. You don't want to jump in front of a speeding train. It's not good.
No, definitely.
Yeah. So if you're coming up to, you got a channel here. I rolled back the chart here. Here's your stock market. You get to the top of the channel, like you were showing earlier with the Gartley thing. He was a channeler. I'm a channeler. And so if you get to the top of up to your resistance, top of the channel, bottom of the channel, then you have a point to sell against or buy against. And you can use that also. And you have time. You have a time stop, and you have a price stop. In that, this has to work within one trading day, or you get out.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you have your price there. If it exceeds the channel by any reasonable amount, you want to stop that too. So stop your losses, right?
Yep.
All right. Just thought you might want to have them put this up for a while, for several months, many months. So see how it's going this month. Here's all my batting average on these signals I have for the markets that I write about and I feature. I do even more markets than this, but I don't write about them. They're on my big calendar table, so you can see how things have been going. For October, and you can see here that I did 77% for October, Here's the numbers for the entire year, and averaging 72% for the year. And there we go. So and
we'll take a break and then we'll come back with us, okay? We got to pay a few bills.
Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Okay, we're back, folks, with Norm Winsky of AstroTrend. And Norm, I know you have a terrific offer for the folks, a double your money back guarantee for your free service, where you teach these folks. Go ahead and tell us what you got.
Only, though, if they mention your name, Larry. Right?
Oh, then it's triple your money back. Go ahead,
Right.
Norm.
Anyway, so October 31 was my 39th anniversary of writing this down and sharing it with people. And so I just thought I'd mention that. And it's I never met, this has been a monthly thing. I map everything out a month in advance, and I've never missed a deadline in 39 years. And I had a couple quite a few close calls, but somehow been very lucky. I had a hurricane a month ago, and the hurricane landed in the middle of the month. So I was able to recover and get back in the saddle in time, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I got the, you can get the free class and the free letter if you just contact me and you qualify. And, you know, obviously you need to have a little bit of trading experience, not much, and you don't need to be smarter than a fifth grader. I had a guy take my class a few weeks back in October on a Saturday, and I said, okay, well, let's follow up and see if you have any questions in a couple of days on maybe a talk on Tuesday. He said, okay. I said, how's it going? He said, well, I'm almost there. I said, what do you mean? He said, oh, I set a goal to make enough money to cover you for a whole year, for my trading from your letter. And I'm almost there. And so the next day he sent me the money. Yeah, he made it all in about 2 to 3 days. And so I was amazed because I'm a very cautious person. So I would have jumped in there and you take that new system that you've never seen before and you start risking serious money. That guy did it and he had it all covered within 2 days, Anyway, so all you have to do is contact me. Here's my phone number. I'm in sunny Florida here in Naples at 239-594-3939. Here's my email. Nwinsky at embarkmail.com, EMBARQMAIL.com, or you can call me on Skype at norm.winski, NORM.WINSKI. And looking forward to helping some of your folks, Larry. Call me right away because I have a very small window every month, and I just have a couple more days. We'll do this. We might be able to help you early next week if you call me right away.
All right, we'll see you in a few weeks. Thanks for joining us, Norm.
You bet. Thanks a lot, Larry.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
On gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to the Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
The TAS Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the TAS Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profile So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the TAS Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
The following is a presentation of